Houston, we have a problem. It's day 30 of the AT&T strike. I am still a full-time YouTuber slash Bricklink eBay seller, and we're going to keep doing that until we go back to work. And I'll probably, well, I still do. I've been doing all these things for 25 years anyway. So, well, not the YouTube part, but I got a lot of comments, so I haven't really had time to read the comments and look at them. There could be some questions in here. I've not screened these because I haven't had the time to look at them. So I'm going to do that in this video. And thank you for all those that have left comments. This is kind of a BrickTsar answer thingy, but it's also responding to comments. And this is a Lego shirt, a rare Lego shirt on my Lego related channel. Let's get to it. I'm going to sit down for this one. So we're going to do this in the order of the most recent comments. I know it's backwards, but it's the easiest way to look. And these are all from different videos as well. So here's one from M&R Productions, who I featured in the Star Wars book, because he did a video on the Star Wars book. And he got my Sam Cassville reference. He said, Sam Cassville, Celtics legend. Sam Wazell, purple suit. I don't know if did he hit a game-winning shot or something. I don't think he played that much with the Celtics, and I'm really surprised you know who he is, because that's a guy from the bulk of his career was in the '90s and early 2000s. All right, there's Beth, who says family trumps everything. Sending you good wishes for your family. Thank you so much. I'm going to heart these as I go through here, and I might not type a reply. I'll have to remember to go to type a reply later. Barn Bricks says some of the most valuable things in life are the results of broken pieces. That is an excellent comment. So, and how many times does that happen where you've had something that's bad, but it turns out being good? Like, yeah. You wish the bad things didn't happen, but you learned something, and it's like making mistakes, which are less traumatic than some things that could happen. But that's one of the best ways to learn is to make a mistake. Not that you want to learn by making mistakes, but I'm not talking about things that like necessarily would harm you. But let's say you're at school and you're in history class and you have to answer a question and you get it wrong in front of the whole class. You're likely to remember the correct answer much more so than if you had got it right. All right. Here's one from Christian John, who says, Jabbo, you're such an innocent man. You shouldn't go through this, but at least we're here. But at last, here we are. God bless your sister, and I have faith in everything will go good for you. There's more. Also, try to take some time off from making videos. Your family needs you more than we do. Anyways, take care. I appreciate that. And actually, I'm going to actually comment that. I did actually take time off because I had videos filmed almost a week. At the peak, I think I was like 2 weeks ahead on videos, and I was about a week ahead, and I did do that. It caught up, and fortunately, my one sister, I got another sister who was sick with COVID, and she's over that now. So now there's more of us to rotate helping my dad. So I appreciate it. Brick Train says awesome. So if you don't know, Brick Trains sent me some morph videos for each month of the year of my shirts. I'm going to post those as shorts. I don't expect them to get tons of views. I don't even expect them to get hundreds of views. But if you're interested in that thing and you want to, I think it's more of a personal thing for me. Is like I can see the shirts I wore, and they'll probably be to They Might Be Giant songs or whatever I can get in the music. When I upload these shorts, you can pick the music from the YouTube library. So unfortunately, so I let my members know this. Since I've been choosing music from the library that's not free, so to speak, it doesn't let me post them as members only. I don't understand that. So I can't post them as members only because normally members get early access to all the videos. All right, here's one from Thomas Hayes. It says, sending hugs from Northern California. Wishing you and your family and friends all the best, Jabo. Your comment today are a reminder what is important and to live each day to the fullest, as though it were your last. Yeah. Um, there was a story I told one time I left for work when my son was smaller, and I was mad at him when I left for work. And I didn't. He tried to hug me before he left. Before I left for work. Before he left. Before I left for work. And I was just. I gotta go. I was like, I gotta go. And it was. Anyway, I had something happen that night where, um, a homeless person, or I shouldn't say a person that was out on the streets in the middle of the night. I have no idea if they have a home or not, but he was probably schizophrenic because his person. I don't know. I'm not diagnosing anybody. And what is it that Dr. Grande says? I'm not diagnosing anyone in this situation, but I'm sharing what could happen in a situation like this. I love Dr. Grande. If you don't know Dr. Grande, he's he's just deadpan humor. I love it. But anyway, he's anyway. Well, oh yeah, the person acted one way 1 minute, and then a switch went off in their brain, and then they got mad at me because they didn't have a payphone anymore. This was about 15 years ago, maybe, and I ended up. I did, even though I work on 911 systems, I had to call 911, and I was able to get into my van, which I had to maneuver to get in my van because the guy was coming after me. And I got into my van and drove off while I was on the phone with 911. And in 2 minutes, within 2 minutes, there was somebody there from the police. Two officers from the police got there. I had drove down to a gas station around the block, and then they were like, "Do you want to go? Do you want to go back and see if they got the right guy?" And I'm like, "Not really, but I will." So I drove over to where the officers were, and it was the guy. And I was like, I told them I didn't want to call the police. I didn't want to call the police, but I was scared. I literally, it's the most scared I've ever been at work. And uh, then I got done with that, I started crying. I mean, I started crying after I got done with everything because I was like, I didn't hug my son. I told him no, but nothing happened. Nothing bad happened. The guy was just, and I don't think he would have actually harmed me. And I think I could have took him. I didn't. I didn't want to put hands on him. I didn't want to touch him. Like he was coming at me. I ran away from him instead of standing my ground. And it's like I'm pretty sure I could have took him, but he had a bag. He had a coat. He could have had a weapon. One of the guys I worked with years ago got robbed at gunpoint from somebody very similar to this. So I had that in the back of my mind. But um, everything turned out all right. But the lesson I took, not it was from the guy, it was just I should have hugged my son before I left. Because what if that was the last time? All right, it says here's one from Bricks Beers Beards. It is so hard to say. I haven't shaved in all this. I normally I shave just for I it's I just hadn't had time. But anyway, it says what a wonderful person you are for sharing. Shows how strong a person you are. Life is sometimes so complicated, filled with ups and downs and challenges and hidden blessings. Oh, he teaches cancer biology to college students, and you sharing this is such an important part of how we need to talk about cancer when it's part of our lives. Hang in there and hope everything works out, and bless you and yours. So I really appreciate that. And the thing about cancer is like when my sister, she had pain in her stomach, but you always think it's something else. You don't think it's cancer. She had the pain in her stomach for a long time, but one day when her husband wasn't there, my brother-in-law wasn't there, the pain became unbearable. And I don't think, did they call the ambulance then? But you still, when you go to the hospital, you're thinking, I got something wrong with my stomach. And that's when she finds out there's a growth in there. Then they do scans. They couldn't do a biopsy at that time. because of where it was. But yeah, you go in for a stomach pain and find out it's cancer, but you had the stomach pain for a long time before that. It's like then you're like, oh, I should have gone in sooner. And I think there's a lot of people that are suffering from cancer um, that, that if they just could have got it treated sooner, it could have turned out a lot better, or it'd been the treatment would have been better. And it's like the guy I work with, Chris, who has melanoma. It started in his foot, and it was just a little spot. And you're thinking, great, it's as far away from your head and your heart as you can get. It's on the bottom of his foot, and everything just it just everything they did, it kept spreading. No matter what they did, it kept spreading. So, but it would have been a lot worse if he hadn't caught it as early as he did. Uh, but yeah, it's just if you got that pain, uh, have it checked out. Here's one from Bricks Outside the Box. It says, sorry to hear about your family struggle. My prayers are with the family members affected and those trying to maintain. Thanks for all you do. And thank you for that. Thanks. Oh, Daniel Moss says, that's tough. All the best for you and your family. Hoping everybody recovers soon. I feel bad that I'm not typing like replies to these. It's really nice to hear these comments. This says, thank you for sharing the news, praying for you and your family and your coworker. I look forward to your videos. Thank you so much. It's and I again, I really debated even if I should talk about it, but I feel better actually having. It's one of those things why people go to therapy. Going to therapy is not a bad thing. It kind of helps you, and that's why sometimes talking when you have a problem, talking to somebody, whether it be a spouse, a parent, a friend, that sometimes helps in itself. When you have, and I'm not talking about if you're dealing with cancer or something. I'm just talking about if you're having a problem, having disquieting thoughts in your head. Talk to somebody. It's yeah, women are really good at talking. Men are terrible at listening in general. But here's one from Ty Novell, aka Tylenol. Says, hope your family gets well soon. Thank you for that. Francora says, prayers, best wishes. Thank you. I guess a lot of these are on that last video. All right, now here's one. I'm about to ban this user. Has anybody else had this happen? I have banned probably close to 100 people in the last few weeks. And most of them are on one of my other channels, but it is a comment, and the comment is just 6 names. It's always just 6 names. Let me go. I'm going to open this channel in a new tab. I've never really looked at it because I'm usually seeing these on mobile. Yeah, they don't have any content. And there's always new ways of doing spam. So these aren't any messages, any like click the link. It's just 6 names. And I've gotten hundreds of these. And I replied to one when I first saw it. And I'm like, what's the point of the names? And then I realized when I started getting more of them, they're always different names. They're never the same names. I was like, But they get a permanent lifetime ban. Here's another one from Ty Novell. It says, I like Market Street. I too miss the days of the plain smiley face, talking about the modular buildings. What I don't miss is the empty interiors, but I filled up the interiors with furniture from the friend sets. And I think most people would agree with the part about they like the interiors better. And I think that's why some people are critical of some of the early ones, but they were just starting the theme. So yes, it gets better over time. But my kids back in the day, yeah, I let them put interiors, and they would come down here. It was most everything. There weren't a lot of modulars when they were little, and then there were. I think I had more of the regular like creator houses than I had modulars, because there was probably only like 3 or 4 modulars at that time. Because modular started in 2007, I think. So when they were where they would come down here and do stories and play, there was probably only 2 or 3 modular. I think we probably just had the greengrocer. So we had several of the creator houses, and they took those houses, and I can't remember. My son could probably comment on which house they claimed, but they did put interiors. They did make stories. My son even and my daughter both filmed some videos with some crappy cameras we had at the time, talking about their city or riding a car around the city that was on that 4x8 table over there. But yeah, they added things to the interiors of the building, and they enjoyed doing that. Love that comment. And oh, whoa, we got a. I did not. This is one I have to acknowledge. We got a super thanks from Robin Hole from the Robin Hole, Robin Hole Builds. A 10-pound super thanks. That sounds heavy. That's pounds are actually worth more than dollars, so that's like a $15 thing. So much. I'm typing. I don't usually type during these videos, but I'm doing it right now. Thank you so much. So and you get to see it live, or not live, but you'll get to see it when we. You get to watch me typing it. I hope this thing's still recording. We'll keep going with it. And then a message from Robin says, God bless both Chris and Sister BrickTsar. The way you speak of them shows the reason we love you. You are genuine and honest. And I don't want to sound like I probably shouldn't even be reading some of these comments, but thank you for that, Robin. And it says it's incredibly endearing. Like you, we have had our share of trauma, including my 92-year-old mom breaking a hip, and getting COVID. And thank God she's of that generation who are as tough as old boots. Mrs. H is also having a tough time. Inshallah, we get through this crisis and become tougher and wiser. I am really sorry to hear that from the whole family. But yeah, that generation of his dad and his mom. Was it his mom? Yeah, his mom. My dad has a broken hip too. And it is kind of funny. No, it's not funny. But did I say this in the last video? But it's like he's got so many battle scars. And I got a video that I recorded like 2 years ago. It's basically going to be like a podcast. I have no visuals for it. It's audio only. And I was going to try to add some visuals so I could put it on YouTube. But I interviewed my dad because he was in a parachuting accident in 1958. It was involved 1,400 paratroopers at Fort Campbell, 1958. Very little out there about it. Very little. I found one newspaper article. Of course, the internet didn't exist in 1958, but it's like I never hear anybody talking about it. So it's 1,400 paratroopers did a jump. Over here in the United States. It's supposed to be for a show, like a show of the power or whatever. But the general that wanted them to do it. The winds were too high. They shouldn't have done it. And my dad said, everybody on the plane was waiting for. I don't know what they call it. It's in the video. I had to go back and re-listen to when I interview him. But he was waiting for them to say no instead of go, and they said go. And being the obedient people they were, they jumped. And 5 of the 1,400 died. A lot of them got severely injured. My dad got injured because they didn't have that quick release stuff. The winds were so high. Some were getting tangled up in their lines. Some were being dragged after they landed. Were being dragged across the fields. That's what happened to my dad. He got dragged. Unfortunately, there were a lot of people on the ground because they were expecting this jump. There were a lot of people on the ground helping it's the army. I think they were in the army, helping them survive that. And that was just one of his stories. He also, anyway, there's more. He was in a plane crash, had another parachuting accident. He's had surgeries, hip surgeries. Not to, you know what? It sounds like I'm trying to one up your mom. I'm not doing it. But what I'm trying to say is your mom, Robin, and my dad, they are some tough people. I like that generation. Oh, look, there's another one of the 6 name comments. Hide user from channel. Wait, I hope I'm not hiding Robin. That'd be terrible. I once, okay, several years ago, I blocked somebody, but it was one of those where there were two names side by side, and I clicked the wrong one, and I had blocked them before I realized it, and it was the wrong one. I don't remember what the channel name was. So I don't remember who it was I blocked. And I didn't mean to. Thank you, Jelly John. He's also sending out prayers. Um, John Vocatura says, I like the Jeep. I'm going to make the black one. And this is the one where I'm looking at the 2008 catalog. The Flipper says, hey, I know you. It's Jedster. Oh, hey, Jed. It's my neighbor. Jed. He's right up the street here. There you come. He may not watch this video. So he saw the short. That's the Jed. I know Jed and his sister and his parents. Here's one from Mike. I hope you get back to work soon. You will make it through, and we will take care of you. Thank you, Mike. Here's one from Chris Cummings. It's also on one of the shorts videos. It's so many favorites here. He's talking about the T-shirts, and this is February's. I still haven't worn my Star Wars Acolyte T-shirt, but Star Wars shirts are the only printed tees I wear for some reason. Maybe I should look at a BNSF or Union Pacific shirt. I hope I don't get addicted to buying shirts on Etsy. Yeah, it's a problem for me. I buy way too many shirts. It's funny. I don't even look to go buying them now. They end up somehow. I still buy them. Here's one from Nader. He says, "Great work. Keep up great work." Like the next shirt. Mardi Gras Man, you're going to get through it together, bud. Oh, we're going to get through it together, bud. And Mardi Gras Man just went up to say it survived Hurricane Francine hit his neighborhood, but fortunately the winds died down when it went to shore. Here's one from Buggles Kelly. She says, hey, Jabbo, great shirt today. Nice bit of stubble. There's even more stubble today. Nice parts from the fan. Nice Avanders. So sorry to hear about your sister. Hope goes all well for her. Had my operation in January. I am okay. I am sending the good vibes out to her. Hey, at least they're in the same hospital. Thinking of you. Take it easy. Thank you so much, Jenny. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And yeah, some of these I have to reply. I probably should write a better reply than that. This is my first time reading these, so I wish you and your family all the best. That's from Pasta Jensen, who I think also did a super thanks that I don't think I mentioned. It may be one of these things. I did get the notification of that. We'll see if it's on here. Job data. Oh man, that is a lot in a short period of time. I hope everything recovers soon. Me too. Gordon Warner says, I really like the videos where you go through the old catalogs. Thank you. You know, I was thinking about going through the 2007. I know it's close to 2008, but I'm going to make a list of milestone years in Lego. And some of them that stand out to me are 2007, 1999, 1978, 1966. And there's probably like 91 can go in there. I mean, you end up could probably pick every single year. But like 2007, start of the modulars, Jamie making some great sets. What was the other one I said? 1978 minifigure, 1999 Star Wars, 1989 stubble on minifigure faces, not just the standard grin. 1966 the train, 1958 the Patton. So things like that, and then look at the sets that came out in the years of those big chains. I really like 78 because you got that mixture of the different minifigure styles and some of the different sets. Bricky Bobby says, I was 9 in 2008. One Clever Pig says, great video. Always love hearing your perspective on the ins and outs of YouTube. And I'm very excited to move on to a new trend. Oh, the cocoa melon. Yeah, I hate cocoa melon. My daughter hates it too. Was the word you were looking for at the end a lack of objectiveness? Not sure if that's the word. I can see what you mean. Seems like a lot of people are actively trying to find ways to justify purchasing a set. Yes, it's the video. 10 sets you must buy now. Click the link in the description below. Buy these. I'm sure not going to buy them, but if you buy them, I'll get a little kickback from the link. That's what I'm talking about. This is one from Joseph Griffin, who says, we live in a post-Malone world. Where did Carl go? I think I got rid of Carl. Yes, we're in the world after Carl Malone. Now, I jested in the comment reply to that, but yeah, it's a different generation we're in. Wait a minute. Let's see here. Marty Bricks, he says, lying is what it's called to promote something you don't believe in. But if you're compensated for it, I believe it's called advertising. That's exactly what. Operators are standing by. All right, Marty Bricks. So you're saying that your best tip on how to make money on YouTube is to teach others how to make money on YouTube. That's exactly right. Syngenator says the morphine is weird. I don't like it in Lego how to build videos either. Yeah, I don't worry about it. I don't worry about it. There you go. All right, Duju20. Hey, Jabbo, now I know more about the Brickmaster subscription service. Thanks. Keep up the good work. So, there's also the other Brickmaster that was the books that were thicker than they needed to be because they had the parts in them. It was really a thin book made thicker so they could hold the poly bag that's in there. I don't think that's what that Brickmaster was. I just was thinking of that. I don't know if I mentioned that in the video. Now, to show the contrast, you get one that hated the videos. Now, here's one from Geology Joe. He says, great song choice. We all know that everybody wants prosthetic foreheads on their real heads. You can see you losing weight. LOL. So, you know how if you got an iPhone, I don't know if it works on Android, but it'll make random videos from your photos. And my wife, on hers, she takes pictures of me and our grandson, and it made a video of videos or pictures that were just me and our grandson. So it's just the two. It took pictures that both of us were in, which there were a lot. And that's what my daughter said. She's like, you can see the weight loss. Thank you for noticing. That's another thing my wife says. Did anybody notice? She's always like, did anybody notice you lost weight? Still got a lot more to lose. Trevor the Train Fan. Nice shirts. Thank you, Trevor. Man, this is weird. I got a lot of comments on the shorts. And shorts are like the worst videos for getting comments. Sprite Cranberry says, when you stub your toe shirt was my... Oh, when you stub your toe shirt was my favorite. Is the Lego thing. Sheila LR, I like old houses. I was trying to get it a few years ago. Oh, yeah, the old... it's the one from the 2008 catalog. Chris Cummings, we've had so many meetings about the rules at work, and then someone or some issues force us to throw those rules out the window and start over. I never really cared about social media, and I'm not taking social media seriously. That's why you're watching me. He says, I love hearing about the problems the Lego Group has experienced over the years with brick shows and such. Whereas I know I'll never recapture the early years of Lego, both the before and during a major change in their strategy, such as 1990 versus 2000. It never gets old talking about Lego, but the everyday person can share their experiences. Yes. Christian Jelly, again, says, I really do agree with you, BrickTsar. Lego content nowadays is just not the same anymore. Kids have ruined YouTube algorithm. No hate to the kids, by the way, his words. And now you have these short form Lego YouTube videos on the platform, which I really hate. And that's why I really like your channel, not only because your content is perfect. Perfect for me. It had to read more, so it just like it ended there, and that's why I looked. It's perfect for me. But you also show your true self. And sure, maybe the kids don't like your channel because you don't show flashing screens every few seconds. But for me, I generally want your content to stay the same. So thank you. And you know what? I'm thinking going forward, like when we get through the shirts, my content may be more like this, like where I'm either sitting down talking to you about a subject, or I'm sitting there talking long-windedly about something related to Lego, whether it be walking around, showing you something, going through a box, telling you a story about 1997. Oh, is the description done on purpose? Didn't he, BrickTsar? Oh, man. LOL. Oops. I spelled it wrong in the description. Thanks for reading the description, Tylenol. Chris Bricks. Every company had to adapt to Amazon's free shipping model at some point. So that's the video talking about 2008 and the different, or when I mentioned all the different shipping costs and changes that Lego has done over the years. Yeah, now everybody has to pretty much have free shipping. Talking about memory lane. That was from Mardi Gras Man on that video. Brick Train says, I got the reward. Woohoo. That means he stayed to the end of the video. Now, Tylenol was like, I got to figure out what to do with the reward now. Mayo Hosco, if you have to film a couple bottle episodes like this, wait. Oh, for the sake of your health. Oh, I don't know what that means. Maybe that was the short video where I just had to do something real quick. Pasta Jensen, love the video and thanks for the reward at the end. He got the reward. All these people are getting the reward. Oh, he said, oh, the hobby train for $50. My reaction was basically the same as yours. It's amazing how you forget. Like, time goes on and you forget about how things, looking at today's prices, looking 15 years ago or more, things look so much cheaper. But at the time, they seemed expensive when you really think about it. Mardi Gras Man, YouTube is hard and I'm too lazy to worry about it. And that's why you're here. Mayo Hosco, one man's trash is another man's treasure. You haven't done a ton of videos on what you aren't selling. It wouldn't hurt you to do so. Yeah, I should do more videos on that. All right, and here it is. This is what I was looking for. Pasta Jensen gave me the Monopoly money, he says. It's 100, whatever it is, knocks. It's 100 knocks. I don't know what knocks. Okay. Here's some Norwegian Monopoly money. Oh, that's what it is. Hope it helps you. Thank you. And I commented, I didn't even have to pass go. Thank you very much. So that catches us up. How far back is that? Wait a minute. Was that only 2 days? Wait, that was only 2 days. I've only gone back 2 days. Oh, wow. I am so far behind on comments. Let's do this. This video is already like a half an hour or more long. I need to do contains questions. Oh, you know what? I need to do held for review. Get these held for review out. Well, oh my God, the guy can't give up. The guy can't give up. So on the it was a train video. He's like, "What's Lego?" And I did a whole video talking about that. He is still going on. He says it is wrong to pronounce it Lego because it's not how it's pronounced. Just because, you know what, dude? I knew this would happen. All right, so I left him a comment. He comments back. I leave him another comment. He replies to that. And it's always, you're wrong. Like, he's telling me I'm wrong. I'm saying I'm not wrong. I mean, it's okay. Anyway, it's back to the pronunciation of the word Lego. He's saying you got to pronounce it differently than L-A-Y-G-O. Even though that's what the Lego group said in 1970, is you got to pronounce it Lego, not Lego. But it doesn't matter. My whole point is it doesn't matter. He thinks it does matter. And to be that self-righteous to think that you have to pronounce it the way he pronounced it. But I'm going to fix this problem right now. I'm going to go to the video. Find his comment. Let's see. Let's do newest. Why can't I find this comment? I'm going to have to click on the video. Make sure the sound's off here. All right. So I could, like continue to try to win this comment battle. Let me sort by newest. But I have decided that you no longer get the privilege to comment on my channel. And I feel better. And you may think that's a little heavy-handed. It's not. This is the only comment this person's ever left on my channel. And it's not productive. I'm not productive replying to it. And I'm not wrong. And he can't say anything about it to me ever again. And hey Lego guy, if you're out there, you're not watching this video, but you are banned, and I feel good about it. And I never have to see your comments ever again. They are gone. They are gone forever. Wow, I did all this and I didn't even get to all the back questions. So I need to go to published, contains questions. Here's one from Christian. It says, hey, Jabba, I have some back questions for you. Where do you get the classic Lego catalogs, and where do you get the Lego microphone? So this is built out of common bricks, and I'm using a Rode mic that I just clip on in there. It was very poorly made, and I've stuck with it, even though I've broke it a couple of times in a couple of these when I was trying to film. And then the Lego catalogs, I'm old. What's that? Is it Fried Green Tomatoes where Kathy Bates says I'm older and I have more insurance? I'm just old, so I have them. I got them when they came out. Every catalog from... I didn't keep some through the 80s, so I didn't necessarily have all of those, but pretty much every catalog from like the late 80s to now, I got them because Lego sent them to me in the mail, or I picked them up at the store. I'm old. Let's see if I can find another back question here. Here's one from Ryan RR5FGs. Are you on Amazon? And where can I buy for you? It's in Bricklink. It's in the description of most videos. Actually, the video that he commented on, I don't think it was in the description. It says, here's one from Matatoria. It says, hey, I love your videos. They're very relaxing. Do you have some place where I can post fan art? I made you a portrait. Do not. I don't get on, what's that thing? Discord. I don't get on Discord. You can send it on Instagram. I might see it. It scares me, though. A portrait of me scares me. I'm looking for the back questions here. Here's one from Dat Will. It says, do you make decent money on Bricklink? I recently acquired a storage locker with several bins of old Lego of all kinds. I always wanted to do this, but just wondering the ins and outs. The ins and out is if you have to ask, it's probably not free. I'm not saying that to discourage you from it, but it's taken me many, many years. Now, there are people that have started and done quite well starting fresh and new, but sorting used parts is very difficult. Just have a trained eye, find things that you know you can flip and go from there, but it's not easy. It's like, I think who were talking about this? Making money, it's not ever easy. If somebody tells you it's easy, they inherited it or stole it. And even, you know what? Even stealing money is not easy. Or stealing things. Look at all the work these people have done that were stealing Lego sets to sell them online. How much work was that? To not only take the time to steal them, But then to have to sell them to get money for them, it's like you were doing as much work as if you were just doing it legitimately. You just eliminated some of the overhead, but guess what? You're in jail now, so it's not as good. uh, I need you know what? I need to do the ones that have the hashtag BAT. All right. Oh, the Duplo. Here's one from John Greenville. The Duplo shark needs to go in your coffin with you. Yes. I don't want it to get cremated. Here's one from Brick Badger. I made a Bricklink purchase from a seller for one specific part from a seller. Purchased 5 parts to meet the minimum purchase. How many times have I done that? But the one part was not actually genuine Lego. I've seen it be the wrong part, but to not even be in a Lego piece. Wow. He said, what's a fair resolution? Complete refund to include shipping? Refund for only the part? It was only $7, so I just move on. I just want to hear your thoughts. So that is an excellent question. And as someone I've had this happen to me quite a bit where I've gone to a store for one specific item. Sometimes it's a higher dollar item, and then you add, and sometimes I'm not even adding parts to get to the store minimum. I'm just adding parts because they have parts that are either on my wanted list or hey, that's a neat part to get. And then you get the order and the part is either the wrong part, it's broken, or they couldn't find it when they were picking the order. I think that's the most annoying, is when they can't find it. I'm like, okay, I get it. It happens to me. Things are missing. But what's the best resolution? I think for order that small, yeah, I like to not worry about it. Just tell them that it was the wrong. I was at the least send them the message that it was not Lego. And so when I'm doing my tipper truck army stuff, so I've bought bulk Lego. I prefer like the common plates, the 2x2 red, 2x4 red plate, the 1x2 yellow, and the 1x4 red bricks. I buy those in bulk for cheap prices on Bricklink. I don't care if they're beat up. I don't care how used they are. I just buy the cheap ones. I would like them to be the vintage ones, but they're usually not. But I have to, when I build a tipper truck, I have to look at the studs, because some of these I've bought from people on Bricklink have not been, some of the bricks mixed in are non-Lego parts. And I know how it happens. They get bulk lots in, they sort them. They probably do try to remove the non-Lego, but some of them just get through the cracks. So I've bought some non-Lego things on Bricklink. I know that the seller did not do it on purpose, but it is disappointing. And I hope that I've never done that. And I think the best way for me to prevent that from happening is never sell used. All right, let's see if I can find one more. Oh, you know what? I've answered them all. I think that's all of them. Yes. Yeah, I've caught up. All right. I hope my phone didn't run out of memory. Thanks for watching this video. If you did enjoy this video, hit that like button. If you didn't, make sure you smash the dislike button and go away and never come back. But you will.